Hey everyone, it's Kendall.
I'm Roro, and we are Indie Black Catholic Women. This week, we are going to talk about Henriette Delille, Venerable Henriette Delille. Henriette was born on March 11th, 1812 in New Orleans, Louisiana. She's a Creole woman and also had mixed ancestry and was born a free woman of color. Her great-grandmother was enslaved, had a daughter with her slave master, and eventually bought her freedom and her children's freedom. That makes Henriette fourth generation free woman of color. She had an affluent upbringing. That didn't really stop the discrimination against free women of color. In fact, Henriette deliberately did not identify as white. Henriette had an innate desire to educate and minister to enslaved children and people that were elderly and in needed care. This actually did not sit well with her family at all, and they rejected her for it. In fact, they just really discouraged her from even having any contact with people of color or enslaved people. While Henriette was discerning for a vocation to become a nun, she was actually rejected by the Ursuline and Carmelite orders because of the color of her skin. It was not the mission of the white communities of nuns to minister to or care for free women of color or anyone of color enslaved. Henriette and her two best friends, Juliette Gadine and Josephine Charles, decided to open up a school of their own and care for children and the elderly, which became to be the Sisters of the Holy Family. At this time, it was completely illegal to even educate black children or children of color. Henriette and her friends took this mission very seriously and decided that it would be worth having a house and being able to cater to these children and also to care for the sick and the elderly who did not have a place or did not have even anyone to care for them, especially women of color. Eventually, they did this work for about 10 years until they were recognized by the Catholic Church. And after that, they took their vows and became nuns and were able to officially minister under that title. The Sisters of the Holy Family is over 175 years old. Henriette is also the foundress of the St. Mary's Academy, which is a school for black children, and the foundress of LaFawn Nursing Facility, which is one of the oldest nursing homes in the country, founded around 1841. Her cause for canonization started in about 1989. And one of the most famous quotes that you can hear about Henriette is her quote that she wrote. Actually, it was a phrase that she wrote in her journal while she was discerning and thinking about her love for God and what that meant. She wrote in her own handwriting, translated from French to English, "I believe in God, I hope in God, I love. I want to live and die for God." In her obituary, it was written, "For the love of Jesus Christ, she had become the humble and devout servant of slaves."
Thanks for tuning in and taking a minute with the saints. I'm Kendall.
I'm Roro, and be sure to follow us on Instagram. And also, if you want to find out more information about any of the saints, please check out the links below. And
Thank you. Peace.
peace.
God bless.
God bless.